Hey, how's it going, YouTube? Nasty Nate here, bringing you my first Pokemon Go video. This one's gonna be about how I get around because I can't really walk that much. My knees aren't all that great, so I've created this Pokémobile, and this is just my bike that I found a way to attach my phone to. You can see there I got a little case going on. My phone just kind of clips in there. It's got a battery on the side, that's that green bar right there. So on my days off, I just hook this thing up to my bike and I go out and catch Pokemon. So there you can see right there, that's the case. It was an OtterBox. The case clips into there, as you can see. And then I just attach my portable battery to the phone. And I have it set so that if it's charging, the screen won't turn off, so it never turns off. So that is very convenient. And there you can see, just turn on Pokemon Go, and that's how I play. So I go to this park that's really close to my house. You guys can see it over there on the right. There's a little barn there with some history of the area. That's generally where I start my ride. There are a couple of Pokestops right here. So let me walk over to the bike here. Alright, so clip it in there. And there's the 3 stops there, right there where I'm leaving from. So I'll hit those stops. Then I'll head out to the parking lot here. Just kind of going to take you guys on my route here, the little circuit I go on. And I'll run this about... it just depends on how I'm feeling. I've gone 1 hour, 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Just depends on how long I want to be out there riding, and it actually is really good exercise. The faster I go, the more experience I'm able to get. The whole thing takes me about like 6 minutes, usually 6.5 minutes, around there. A little bit faster if I push it. If I'm just taking it easy, take me like an extra minute. So you can see there's a stop right there. Hit that stop, and eventually I'm going to come in. This is a community center, so I think right here is the senior resource center or something like that. But there's a couple stops here. There's a stop way at the end that I'm able to hit before I make the turn. Yeah, that one right there. Then I'll come in through here. Gotta be careful when you're going through that parking lot. I'm not gonna talk a whole lot about safety, but obviously you wanna keep an eye out on what's going on. Surprisingly, I don't have to look at the game that much. I mean, I'm not getting great throws or excellent throws all the time because I think it's more important to pay attention to where I'm going. So a lot of times I'm just blindly throwing my Pokeballs at the Pokemon when I happen to catch them. Right now you're not going to see a whole lot because usually when I first get there, the first couple of rounds I'll see a lot, and then it kind of takes a while for them to come back, so don't see them as often. But there you go, there's some Eakins right there, and I didn't even have to really stop to catch this guy. Just kind of slow down, keep an eye out, make sure there's nobody in front of me. Usually when I go to this park, it's before school, so there's not a lot of people out. When I start to leave, that's when people are getting off school, getting off work, and you'll see a lot of people playing Pokemon here, mostly around the little pond right there, that lake. These fountains are pretty cool. It's a nice scenery to just ride your bike and catch some Pokemon. I'm actually probably going to go there after I finish this video. But yeah, you can see there's a lot of stops. Sometimes I'll go all the way around that pond. Not always, because it's really not worth it. There's like one stop that I can't get. It's right behind that gym right there. So I have to go all the way around. But depending on what's on my radar, I'll check it out sometimes. Sometimes there's like Magikarps over there. So I see those on the radar and I don't get it from my usual route. What I'll do is you'll see after I come around the fountains right here, I'll go down to the lake, and usually I turn back up into the whole complex, all the buildings and stuff. But if I think something's out there on the other side of the lake, instead I'll make a left and I'll go check it out, see what's over there. I don't pay attention much to the gym right there because it's so far out of the way, and a lot of times there's just somebody out there that's just gonna recapture it. So unless I am about to cash in on the coins, don't really care. Plus I gotta stop, and that slows me down. I don't like to stop. The less stopping I have to do, the better. Especially after I've been out here a while. I think at this point I've already been out here for like an hour, and stopping, after I stop, it's harder to start. So I try not to stop. So I make a little loop right there, come back in here. You're gonna see the fountains again, just because it's the quickest way to get back into the center, where there's a couple of stops that I can hit in here, and usually there are some Pokemon in there. I don't really catch anything great. I don't think I've ever caught anything that great. The best I've caught over here were a couple of Ghastlies, but a lot of times it's just Pidgeys. So many Pidgeys. I think right now I have over 1,000 Pidgeydust, so I really need to get on that evolving, which I will be doing very soon because I just don't have the space to keep all these Pidgeys. I have like too many Pidgeys, too many. Alright, yeah, a lot of rats too. Rattatas, Pidgeys, that's what you find at this park. So it's not about quality here, it's more about quantity. I usually leave here, I try to get at least 10,000 experience. Can get more depending on how long I stay here. Probably, I think it's about 10,000 per hour. Not trying too hard. Yeah, I'm about to close the circuit here, head back to the parking lot, and then go back to the little farm monument. By the time I get there, the stops should have been reset, and I'll just collect on those and start another lap if I'm going to start another lap. If I'm not, if I'm done, then you'll see right here in a second what I do. I'll leave the park, and there's this little orchard that I'll pass by, and then you can see that gym right there in the distance. There's always a bunch of Pokemon over there. That's where the Ghastlies usually come. At least they have been. I haven't been back there since the update, but I'll probably go check that out later today, and we'll see what's going on over there. So I'm gonna hit these stops, and then I am done for the day. I'll be heading out. So just along that road you see up there to the left is where we will be going next. Yep, goodbye park. I used to see a lot of lure modules being set up here. I don't see it as much anymore. Could just be on the days I'm going, because Monday and Wednesday aren't that many people out. Probably more during the weekend. And there are better places to go, but not this close to my house. It's literally like 5 minutes riding my bike to this place, and it's nice scenery. I enjoy going there. It's very peaceful. Got those fountains, the lake, all the orchards, so I like going over there. And I mean, just besides the Pokemon, it's good exercise. Yeah, so I'm gonna get to this gym here, right at the corner of the street, and there you go. There's always at least 4 or 5 Pokemon that'll pop up there. So I'll sit there and catch them, and from there I usually either head home or I'll go out and explore it, which I think I did after this. I went out and I just kind of look around the map and see if there's any parks or anything. I think I found a field and I got a Pikachu after this, and that was about it. Then I went home, and yeah, so I just want to share with you guys the park I like to go to catch Pokemon. I don't know if you guys have any parks by your house, check them out. If you guys have a bike, you can actually buy a little attachment for your bike that you can connect your phone to. I'm just using the case I have because it came with a clip-on attachment, and I just zip tied that right between my handlebars. Same thing with the battery. It's just a couple of zip ties, and I just slide the battery in there whenever I'm gonna go out for a long time. If it's a short distance, I don't really need it. But yeah, you can make it, rig it, buy it, however you want to do it. It's pretty fun. It brings kind of a new experience to the game. It's different than walking, or like a lot of times I catch Pokemon on the bus. It's way different. It actually feels more like a game. Like you're riding to all these checkpoints and you're kind of making laps. I don't know. It's pretty fun. I enjoy it. It's probably the most enjoyable way for me to catch Pokemon is on my bike. I also take this outside of the park, but you know, you kind of have to be more cautious about that, because in the park there's no cars. You know, you're not on the street. There's actually barely any people, at least when I'm going, so there's not a whole lot to look out for. The most what should I say, the thing I have to worry about the most is falling into that lake. I do not want to fall into that lake because there's no railing or anything. It just goes straight off into the water. That would suck, so I'm always super careful when I'm by the water. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Peace out.